Hello, everybody. How's it going? So I'm here to do live reading. Um, and that means, if you're, um, got a question, go ahead and ask me. Otherwise, while I'm waiting for you guys, I'm going to just pull random messages. Hang on a second, I gotta light the fire. Angels, spirits, and guides, ancestors, archangels, ascended masters, and all that is coming from love and light. Thank you so much for being here today and assisting me in my readings. So these are going to be just like, messages, unless you guys want a question. Let's see. Is there anyone here? Hi, will I hear good news this month? Will you hear good news this month? Do you want me to do the pendulum? I can do the pendulum for yes or no. Margina wants to know if she will hear good news this month. It says yeah. Yes, you will. Yes, you will. Let's see if we have any kind of message for you, Margina. Let's see what the spirit guides have to say to Margina. Thanks for coming. Thanks for watching. Okay, it looks to me like, first of all, it says there's some healing coming in. Like things are turning around. It looks like there's been a struggle, Five of Wands. Hi, Aya. I feel like Wheel of Fortune is saying like it's time for things to turn around and justice is going to be served. So what that means is like, it can mean anything. Like if you're in a court case, you're going to win. If you're, battling, I mean, I don't even know. It just says that there's a struggle, but it's turning around and things are going to be made fair. Sometimes I just feel like the Justice card is kind of like a rearranging of your thoughts too. Like maybe where before, you thought one way, and then all of a sudden you see like why it happened, what you learned from it, that kind of thing. And that's when the healing happens, Four of Swords. So your ex lies. Yeah. Well, that Five of Wands could be talking about that even. Look, even at the bottom of the deck, the next card is the Lover's card, and then that's some kind of shady behavior that you didn't see for the Empress. So, yeah. I feel like there's some kind of like evidence here of like walking away from what doesn't serve you and walking toward something that, I don't know, highlights your gifts, highlights your Empress energy. Empress energy is very creative and she grows and she's all about love, loving and nurturing energy. So that's what I have for you. I hope that helps you. Is there any other questions today? You're welcome. I hope that helps you. I feel like it's going to turn out really good. I don't know what you're doing here. But remember that Empress energy and that creative thing I was telling you? Look at the Queen of Pentacles. She's actually painting something, creating something, right? But the Queen of Pentacles is about knowing your value. It tells me that when you know your value, that's when you're going to have the 10 of Pentacles, which is like stability and happiness and money. And I also feel like, okay, so at the very core, this is about knowing your value. And then that's what comes in when you know your value is the 10 of Pentacles. Like you're not settling for less because you know what you deserve, right? What is the topic? I'm actually pulling cards. Do you have a question? So I was gonna say, Mary Jana, if you are um if you are a crafty person or you do something, you know what I mean? You could be like a poet. I don't even know. I was just watching something on YouTube and a poem. Someone read a poem that they wrote and it touched my heart so much. So, you know what I mean? Like, you never know when something that you do is going to reach other people and help them grow too. So, I think if you're doing anything in your spare time or like you have some kind of inkling, like you should do this or that, right? Like write a poem. Like we're just using that for an example. But like, you know, and you just sit down and you write it. It's you mingling with your higher self. Who knows it's divine. And the more we do that, the more we feel it, the more we believe it, and the more it just comes into us, you know. Even our response to things is different when we accept like that soul guiding our way, you know, because our human, you know how we react sometimes. We're afraid or we have like these knee-jerk reactions because we're, you know, whatever, traumatized, old stuff coming in. But when you embrace that energy of the Empress, everything changes around you. You know what I mean? Everything. It's just the way you see things, the way you feel about them, the way you operate in life. It's just different. You know what I mean? You're not like always on guard. You know what I mean? Like trying to prevent whatever from happening. You're doing your own thing and loving it. So I hope that helps. So I don't have any more questions. So I guess I'm just gonna pull some cards and see what the message is today for you guys. See what Spirit wants to say. Okay, Magician and the Emperor energy and the Chariot. Wow, all three major arcanas. So I think that, you know, it was kind of like what I was saying to Marigina, only this time it's the Emperor, right? So it's the same exact message, only with the male energy, you know, the divine masculine energy. So I think this is about manifesting and taking charge of your life with your higher self. Alignment is coming. That's what it says to me, right? So I feel like there is the ability to manifest. So what you think about, you bring about. And I feel like it's really strong this month, this whole month. And so don't be surprised. You know, even just a thought can like turn into reality in 2 seconds. You know what I mean? It's kind of crazy energy and it's kind of cool. So where are you vibing at? You know, are you vibing at like with the intention that you want to know? Well, for one thing, you know what I mean? Like, don't. I guess for me anyway, I always want to know why things happen. You know what I mean? Like, since I've figured out about the soul journey and all that, I say to myself, like, okay, well, what am I actually learning from this? What's my soul learning? And sometimes my human can't figure it out. But usually it's got something to do with letting go and like letting your higher self make the decision, show you the way, that kind of thing. So I feel like there's the opportunity for us to manifest big money and change with our thoughts right now. So make sure you know what you want. You know what I'm saying? Let's see if there's any messages from this crazy deck. It is called Cosmic Insights. Cosmic Insights. Let's see what the collective want to see on Cosmic Insights. Date night. Somebody is getting ready. Get ready to be wined and dined, it says. Somebody's going to take you on a date. I feel like the sexuality card comes out. So this came out the other day again, and I've been thinking about taking it out of my deck because I just don't even know what to say. It says someone is still figuring themselves out. So to me, this could mean like, and before when I read it, all I was thinking of is like maybe someone's, um, not monogamous, or maybe someone's not heterosexual or something like that, right? There's someone still figuring themselves out. But like I was thinking about it after I did the reading, and I'm like, this could be about being with a person that doesn't know what they want. It's not like maybe that they're confused about their sexuality. Maybe it's more like, I don't even, what I'm really looking for. I just feel like I'm going to go on a date and I'll just know when it's right. You know what I mean? So maybe it's somebody that just doesn't have any expectations of anything. Like maybe it'll work, maybe it won't, right? So maybe you're going out. Okay, so this is a whole nother reading here. There's someone that you lost that's watching over you, and that's what it's saying here. Let's see if we can figure out who it is and what they want to say. So who's the lost loved one, and who, yeah, let's just see who the lost loved one is. Who is here? What do they want to say? Seven of Swords. This could be a message like, do what's best for you. It could be like, yeah, do what's best for you. Choose you. Okay, so it's telling me that I feel like you're going to get some kind of an, idea. This card is talking about like lots of ideas, right? So it could be like about your own power. It could be about writing something. It could be about, oh, it's your dad. It could be about like any kind of creative thing, music. There's music notes. There's like writing tools and reading. So paintbrush. Right, so it's indicating Ace of Wands, a brand new idea, and then Two of Wands. Go for it. This is a decision that you're going to have to make for yourself, and I feel like it's hard for you to choose yourself for some reason, because I think because the Seven of Swords is here, it's saying like you put other people first, and maybe following this wish or this idea or whatever, you feel like you're letting other people down or something like that. You know what I mean? So there's that Four of Swords saying, there's some healing work going on. Maybe this idea is coming like in your sleep, or like when you're healing up. I think it's something that you've been doing already. And you're thinking, should I put any more effort into it? This is something I liked when I was a kid, and I did kind of like rush into this thing. Am I even any good at it? Hermit's at the bottom. Yeah, you can ask a question, Pete. That's what I'm here for. I'm just kind of reading a general message here. I'll answer your question just as soon as you type it in there and I'm finished with this message. I don't know who this is for. There's someone on the other side really trying to say something. So, oh, well, welcome. All right, and so what it says is that you can manifest the Ten of Pentacles. Like, don't feel like you're not good enough at this. That's what it looks like to me. Or it looks like you feel like, if I really put all of my heart into this thing, I could be letting down other people. I don't know if I can do this full time. I don't know if I can, invest this amount of money into this project that I'm doing. Like, it's really an investment. So what's your question, P? Okay. So here's the thing. This person on the other side is saying, like, you get this good idea. It could be while you're sleeping. Maybe you have a dream about it. Maybe it's something that you've already been doing. And you're asking yourself, like, man, I don't know if I'm really getting a very good return on my investment here. You know, I've been working on it. And then you're like kind of second guessing the cool idea because you're saying like, am I even good enough at it? And it's saying like, yeah, you are. And I think that whatever it is has the ability to completely change your reality. You know what I mean? And the other thing is, like, this could be applicable to anyone in any situation. You know what I'm saying? Any cool idea, any new beginning. It's scary to change. Remember when I pulled out those first one, or the just a little bit ago, and the Emperor came out, and the King of Pentacles? So basically, they're telling us that we have the ability to manifest whatever we want right now. We're in a really cool, like, little section of time. The way the planets, have you guys been noticing? Like, they're all lining up. All of them are going to be in a row. And I think that we just have this sort of vortex of manifesting coming in. And I think it's here. And I think that you guys need to trust your higher self. Remember that the Hermit was at the bottom of the deck, and that's always talking about you know, going inside, meditation, that kind of thing, right? So let's see here. My name is Prab. Does Mark, the guy I'm seeing in editing rooms, like me? I like him, but we're not close yet. I just see him around mostly. Does Mark like you? Let's ask this pendulum first. Spirit, does Mark like Prab at work? Is he interested in her? Hang on, my arm is really, really unstable here. Is he interested in her? It's going around in circles, which tells me it's saying he doesn't know, they don't know. Prab, Prabh, and she works with a guy named Mark, and she's wondering if he is interested in her or likes her. It says no. Is he married? No. He's just not interested in Prab. Is he interested in Prab? No, he's not. Sorry, P. The answer is no. Sorry about that. Let's see. Let's see a different deck here. Let's look at this deck. Let's see what this deck has to say. What good things are coming for the people who are watching my video today? Good things coming. Bouquet. It's a gift, charming, joy, happiness, flattery, and the sun. Success, victory, happiness, positive outcome. That's the good stuff. Well, what does that mean? It looks pretty good. What's the good stuff? And they send me the 2 best cards. Thank you, Spirit. You want to explain what's coming in? That's so dang good. Okay, so Queen of Wands. This is about being confident, somebody confidently walking toward you. I'm getting strong Leo vibes. You got a lot of Leo energy here. So, I don't know. No, you're welcome. I'm sorry. Five of Pentacles, King of Swords, and the High Priestess. Okay, so it's saying that victory and success, a positive outcome, right? Happiness, all that. So it could be saying that someone's coming toward you. It could be a Leo. It could be Taurus. I think that this Pentacles sort of bothers me. I don't know who it is, but like you got all these really, really pretty damn good cards, but like this one right here bothers me, the Five of Pentacles, because it makes me, it's like a card of feeling that you're all alone. Hi, Carly. How are you? Do you have a question? I'm doing kind of card pulls today. If you have a question. Okay, Five of Pentacles. Clarify that. Tell me what's going on with this Five of Pentacles. Because I feel like if you're in this mindset, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's telling me that again. You know, it's like you feel guarded. So what it's saying is like, you gotta kind of like figure out the truth. And that's what these two cards are saying. Like, that's your higher self, High Priestess. I'm good, Carly. I'm pretty good. So I feel like tapping in will give you truth, right? And wisdom, like tapping into your higher self. Like people, I feel like sometimes we just don't understand what we are. And it's really kind of sad because we're so powerful if we can tap into the energy, you know, and that is the High Priestess. But the reason that a lot of us don't ever tap in, or we can't hear, or we don't understand what your higher self is trying to say, and I think when we're vibing at this, we can't even hear our higher self. That's really what I believe. Like, you're guarded, you're not letting your higher self guide you or say anything. You can't hear them, right? That's why confidence and strength is here. But it's saying like this here is kind of keeping you from the truth of who you are. So if you'd like to open up to the truth of who you are, I just feel like it's all about, you know, understanding what your life experiences have given you, because that's what the Nine of Wands is about. It's about having a lot of really shitty stuff happen to you, and you just stay in that victim mode. And that's what I mean when you're vibing there, like, this can't happen, you know. So these things, these nine wands, these nine traumas, right? This card is a lot about like trauma, and you suffered a lot of trauma, right? And it makes you feel some kind of way, segregated, alone, sad, not enough, kind of like, what am I going to do now? All I really know is I need to guard myself, right? So I feel like you have this at your disposal, the Sun and the Bouquet, these two really great cards. The Sun and the Strength card are very much the same card too. And the truth is coming in, but are you going to be able to hear it if you're hanging out in this energy? No, you're not. So honestly, I feel like it's a nice idea to try and contact this higher self of yours, you know, and find out the truth of who you are. Because I mean, anyone who is in the Nine of Wands, like, no matter what side that you're on, I mean, you get to this place where you have learned something and you realize it. And you finally realize, my God, this was so really valuable in shaping who I am. And that's when you stop like feeling all this stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not enough, I'm all alone. Because you're not. You know, you're never alone, because your higher self is always there, observing, watching you do this. And I kind of feel like it's saying like, okay, we need to up our game here, and we need to start feeling some different stuff, you know? Hello, Kim. Hi. Hi, Tim. Yes, I would know how to build a stronger connection with my Aquarius. What does he require of me? We are rebuilding our relationship after a third on his side. A third what? After a third. breakup or something. Kim, it's so good to see you. I have been thinking about you so hard lately. Every once in a while I'll see something that makes me laugh so hard and I want to send it to you, so I do. I miss just visiting with you, and I think the last time we talked on the phone, I feel like I hogged the whole conversation. Was thinking about that and I thought, what kind of friend are you? You don't even let her get a word in edgewise. I'm sorry. I'm hello. All right, Carly. How to build a stronger connection with the aqua. Let's see. Should we tap into his energy? I feel like we should. Okay. We're going to tap into Carly's Aquarius energy and see what's going on in that little brain of theirs. How are they feeling and thinking? Okay, I feel like this, they're serious. He's definitely serious. You got the Hierophant, the Eight of Pentacles, and the King of Pentacles. Like, he wants to take this to another level, the Hierophant. Or he prizes this as a very important relationship, Maybe he even feels like soul connected, or else like psychic connection. I feel like he does want to work on it, and he's excited to work and grow with you. And he's coming in very sincere as the King of Pentacles. That's what I see so far. So how does he feel about Carly? Does he need anything from her to make, to make this thing better for him? Oh, so quite a few cards came out. All right, so Seven of Swords and Knight of Wands. The High Priestess, Three of Cups, and the Nine of Cups. Okay, so he could be telling me, did he cheat before or something like that? Or did he just want to I just feel like kind of strong cheating vibes here with these two cards right by each other. And then the High Priestess comes out, which could be talking about silence. Like there was a silence between the two of you. So I wonder if, okay, so since we're asking what does he need from you, are you silent? Do you need to express yourself? I feel like he really wants to make this work because the Three of Cups and the Nine of Cups. And I also feel like if he did step out or leave the situation for something like grass is greener or something like that, I feel like what changed it is his higher self. Like he had an epiphany, he had an awakening, something going on with this High Priestess energy that made him want to work on it. You know what I mean? And he's coming in correct to King of Pentacles. That is not a joking around energy. You know what I'm saying? No, he's serious. And I think the only thing I can see here is like if he's saying like you cheated on him, or he's saying I cheated and then my higher self said, what the fuck are you doing? This is a special relationship. This is something unconditional love. This is a soul contract. And so he's coming in as King of Pentacles, strong, wants to be together. Nine of Cups, Yuri's wish fulfillment. I don't know what he's saying he wants from you. Let me ask one more time. Does he need anything from Carly in specific? Does he need something from her? Some Four of Wands. Commitment, stability. He wants to grow with you. And look at what's at the bottom. You're his yin to his yang, right? For sure. That's what he's saying. He's not kidding, Carly. What does he require of you? I just don't. Maybe what he requires is maybe he wants to get married, right? But do you see what's in the very center of the reading? I find this really pretty interesting. It's the high priestess. I feel like he probably had an awakening or like a dream or something because of this Hierophant, because that's like lessons learned. It can also be talking about like a connection, a psychic connection. And all he really wants from you is Four of Wands, which is a happy, stable home. Like I think he wants to get married or move in or something. That was the nicest reading I've ever seen. I really didn't know. Third party. I've got Aquarius too. Oh, thanks, Daily Vids, Kimmy. Hey, Debs. He did cheat before. I feel better giving us another chance. Oh, he did cheat. I didn't even read that till it was all done. But yeah, so that's what it's saying is like, I think, I mean, he must have had a dream or something, some kind of huge awakening to the connection. You know what I mean? Like, oh my God, this is my soulmate. Like, what the fuck did I do? You know? Those two cards is like maybe what he's asking is, will you really forgive him? And I think that that's a pretty big question, and it's pretty honestly kind of hard to do in a way. Like you can forgive someone, but do you ever forget it? Not really. You know what I mean? You have muscle memory of it. And so I don't know, but I kind of feel like if you're going to give it a go, I really do feel like you're going to have to let it go. Lesson learned. I don't know what the lesson is for you, but for him, it was all about that whole cheating thing and realizing like you're the only one he wants. You know what I mean? Nine of Cups is wish fulfillment. That's what he was telling me. So you're welcome, Carly. I hope that makes you feel better. He's definitely sincere. Let me ask the pendulum if he's going to cheat again, though. Let's ask that. Okay, so Carly's boyfriend, is he going to cheat again? It's telling me no. Can she really, really, truly forgive him in her heart? Yes. Is this a deep soul bond? Are they psychically in tune? Yeah, that's what I thought. So, yeah, so he had some kind of awakening about it. Um, my only big, huge thing is like work on like trying to really honest to God forgive it because we don't forget it. So, like let me see a for instance. So you're dealing with somebody who cheated on you and all of a sudden they're hiding their phone or something like that, or they're like acting some kind of weird way about their phone, right? Um Now it could be nothing. You know what I mean? Like it could be that nothing is going on, but like it's a muscle memory and you remember it. And you're like, oh my God, red flag number one. You know what I mean? You really gotta let it go. You can't like keep living in that fear or you're gonna manifest it. Remember what I was saying earlier? Like we're in this little portal of manifestation. To tell you the truth, I don't think we're gonna leave it. I think the earth is really shifting, and I think we are becoming like the rulers of our own damn life and this universe, all of us, just with our thoughts. How do we look at it? How are we responding to it? Are we even interacting with certain things? You know? Anyway, I guess I got off. Back from urgent care yesterday, Tim. I was on a 10-day trying to kick this flu. I went and got checked for a bit. Oh, Dan. I'm so sorry you're not feeling well. That's too bad. Let's see. What should we read about now? Nobody's asking any questions. Oh, how did that go, Dan? How did the surgery go? Is she all right? What kind of flu you got? Mama is back home. I'm amazed. Yay! Mama's home for Dan. Give me a message for Dan. The Empress is here. The Six of Wands is here. Believe into and rest. Time for rest for you. I feel like your mindset's really important right now, Dan. Look at where you're at. Like you're right here. Or maybe that already just happened. I'm not sure. I feel like it's in the bottom of the deck, so Blossom. It's about, it's my favorite Judgment card of all, because Judgment is about your higher self coming out and exposing itself, saying like, I'm right here. This is who I am. This is who you are. This divine, beautiful light. Anyway. Oh. Debs, do you have a question, honey? Anyway, what I see for you, Dan, is like, I feel like you have a new, kind of like a new breath of life here. I do. And maybe this could even be your wife, but I kind of feel like it's you. I feel like you kind of are a very nurturing person, and I think you take care of everybody. I feel like your higher self, I think what it's doing here, like this, maybe this week or something, is like honestly kind of showing you how important you are. This is one of my favorite cards in this deck, the Seven of Pentacles. It's this giant tree, Dan, and it's the biggest tree in this little forest, right? And what we know about trees is that they feed and nurture. The biggest tree feeds and nurtures all the little trees around. And I feel like this is you. And I kind of almost feel like Spirit might be showing you a lot of those things this week, like just bringing them to your attention. And I do feel like you have new color and life breathing into you. I do. And it's mostly because of this card. I feel like you're having a really big awakening. And maybe even like, like maybe in the Nine of Wands, you're sitting here, and you're like, man, I've been through a lot, and then your higher self comes out in these low moments when you're resting, when you're, trying to like get your shit together. You know what I mean? The Nine of Wands. You're resting, you're thinking about stuff. This is where your higher self comes out and says, you got this. You got this. Look at what you've done. Look who you've kept alive. Look who you've sustained with your love, I don't know. I just feel like you're having a really big epiphany, Dan. And I love that. I'm a medical miracle, but tired. A full moon was hard but freeing. I love you, Dan. The shit together card. I know that card. Dude, that's my freaking birth card. I know it too. I think that's why I did like so much, like really analyzing like every Nine of Wands card. Like, what does this one look like? Will I move this year? And will my boyfriend still be in my life? He's having spiritual warfare. Oh, well, if someone's going through a spiritual thing, that's why you can't be with them. It's just there's no room. Spiritual thing is between human and soul. You know what I mean? Let me see. Will New York Debs move this year? Is she going to move? It says no. Will the boyfriend still be in her life this year? Yes. And you're living in the camper in this driveway. Jesus. All right. Tell me the story for New York Debs. Tell me what's going on in the life with New York Debs. Do you have to share a bathroom then? Or do you have a bathroom at least? God. Okay, you got 3 cups. That's generally about having a reunion or celebrating, right? 2 of Wands, trying to decide. Emperor. You need to do what's best for you. But the 3 of Cups could be about a reconciliation, but I feel like he's in kind of like, I don't know if this is you or him, but I see 2 of Wands, like trying to decide, should I invest in myself? What is the best thing I can do for myself? Emperor would probably, the answer to that would be probably something new. King of Wands. 3 Swords. King of Pentacles. The Chariot. 10 of Swords. Wow, you're not kidding about it, are you? He is going through it. He is going through it. He's going through a transformation. A big one. He's got 2 transformation cards in like every freaking king. 3 kings. He does not have the King of Love. He has the King of Swords, Pentacles, and Wands, and the Emperor. So here's what I think. I think your person is going through a huge transformation. I think he has to experience all of these energies. You know what I mean? Which is probably why you guys are split up. He's trying to figure out what. I mean, it looks kind of confusing, but so first of all, King of Wands, this is confidence and power, but he's sad. 3 of Swords, like his heart's broken. Let's see what happened. What's going on with this 3 of Swords? Why is he sad? There's a storm, and he's thinking about you. So he's sad about he wants to be back together with you. That was the first card out, was the reunion. But the 3 of Swords is about, this is about a lesson that's teaching him compassion and a Tower moment. It doesn't tell me what the Tower moment is, but maybe it's about you. Tell me what's going on in this 10 of Swords. What's in his head? It's like eating his lunch. This card. Okay. What? Career contract. Okay. So I don't really know if this is about you, Debs. I really don't know. It could be about, he has memories about something and he has really big regret. And he wishes he would have done something different. And that's what's kind of like in his head. But it's also the thing that is transforming him. That's what's making him have the awakening. The third eye is here. And remember all this king energy. You know what? He's having to experience it so that he can actually make the transformation all the way, right? Because what he needs to get into is this emperor energy, and he's trying to do that. But this sadness is kind of like, I don't know, maybe stopping forward movement, but I do see him like picking back up and going for it. And then all the memories come crashing in again. You know what I mean? So there's a huge enlightenment coming in here where he's going to know something different than what he thought before. King of Swords, he's going to be wiser. It's going to be about toxic patterns. And he's going to realize like what he needs to change. I don't know what it is, if it's like, it could be about, um, I don't know if he has an addiction or something. But he's got toxic patterns here, and his higher self is helping him. He's got ancestors around him and guides, you know what I mean? I do feel like he's kind of detached and cold and like hanging with him inside himself, but it's because he's doing all of this meditating, all of this connecting in with all of these energies. I feel like he's even understanding that he can manifest here with that King of Pentacles. I don't know. I think that particular energy might make him move forward, trust his higher self more than the rest, I feel like. So, I don't know. Something might change with his money. You know what I mean? Tell me what the Wheel of Fortune wants to say. What time is it for Debs and her person? It's time for, okay, control. This is divine intervention so that somebody could love themselves. Okay, so it is about, so Debs, my opinion for you is for you to focus on all the good things that you do have. Like you do have your own space in the camper. You do have a bathroom accessible, right? But I also feel like, concentrate on what you're doing to love yourself. Don't think about what kind of toxic shit he's going through. That's a spiritual thing, and it does have something to do with you, yet it doesn't. Because spirit is saying like this thing had to come apart. I don't know who the control person is, whether it's him that controls you or if it's an addiction that controls him, that could be too. But I feel like it's kind of like this self-care card tells me like it's time that the toxicity leaves, it's time that the vibe goes up, it's time for the self-love, which is why all the kings are coming in so that he can actually embrace this emperor energy, which isn't scared of anything, including going in a new direction. There's a lot of major arcanas here um, for your person. So I feel like he's going through, you're right, he is having spiritual warfare within himself. And I think his higher self is definitely the winner here. But there are some things, The reason I think it's the winner is because the only card on here that really, really bothers me is the Three of Swords. The rest of them are all legit and necessary. And so is the Three of Swords, because, like, that's the card that wakes us up every time. But, like, these tens, like this is the death card, this is the 10 of swords, and those are necessary in order to change in the tarot. The death card is the transformation. So I do see a big change coming that was written in the stars. And I think the only thing, but it is in the center, um, that's holding them back is some kind of pain. And I would venture to guess that it's really old, like when they were a kid. Those are the ones that make us do toxic behavior. You know what I mean? Those are the ones where, our own toxic behavior becomes our default. You know what I mean? Like, oh my God, I had a shitty day, I better go to the bar, right? Like, I'm just talking about my own self in my past life, right? In my past, this life. And that's how I kind of did it. But it really was an old wound, because that's how my dad did it. You know what I mean? Like, that's how he had a shitty day. He had a drink or two or 10, And so I started doing it too, probably a lot more often. I do have time to do a reading for you. Tim, what would you like to know? He quit drugs and drinking. Let me see what she's saying. Feeding his spiritual info, he's not back off him. He's a control freak, OCD, and bipolar. Do you have time? Yes, I do. You want a spirit message? Guess it's good to focus on sunshine and good attitude, or doggy do on your shoe. Teeny, you giving away Idaho, Montana therapy again. Yeah, my dad was saying bar life every night. Yeah. Hi, Polly. How's it going? I have been wondering about you. Okay, so you want spirit messages? Let's see. Tim. What's going on with Tim? What does he need to know? Angels, spirits, and guides. Let's tap into Tim. Strength and Two of Pentacles. This could be about money, being tight. But I always see this card, Two of Pentacles, as kind of like you need to make a decision, and you don't know which energy to listen to. Human, scared, self, or higher self, brave, and all it is, divine, right? So you have two options, and the Two of Pentacles is kind of like saying, like, I'm not sure which one to choose. I've seen Empress here talking about nurturing energy, divine energy. I also see strength. I'm gonna get some more. Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment, Lovers. Oh, you got love on your mind? Do you feel a little guarded about it? You think everybody's a player? Do you feel like that? Like maybe you have someone in mind that might be a perfect person, or like, you feel like that Nine of Pentacles. But Nine of Wands is here, and we were just talking really big about that one. But isn't it interesting? I struggled at the beginning, like, what deck do I want to use? And I didn't think about this card, but look at what's here. It's the Nine of Wands, but it's not the Nine of Wands with the guard up around themselves. You know what I mean? It's the one with his arms wide open and his heart wide open, and he's ready to teach all the things that he's learned. You know what I mean? He's open. He's a teacher. The Nine of Wands on the highest frequency is understanding that every goddamn thing that ever happened to you is valuable. And I feel like you're doing it here. So maybe this is about love relationships. Do you have a lot of experience with love relationships? And maybe they've just not worked out. But this card is definitely a player. So what it's telling me is that maybe that's been your experience throughout this thing. And so now you're sort of in this triangle with your higher self and you. Look at it. Like, should I date again? I don't know what you're thinking, but is this person I'm thinking of? I see it as a wish fulfillment, but is this just going to be another player in my life? Is it always like that? Okay, so that kind of tells me that you're not 100% arms wide open. I've learned every lesson. It tells me that you still have a little bit of doubt about it, like you're not really sure. But I love it that you have 2 9s here, Tim, because it's about realizing, you know, and this is the year of it. We are in 2025, and that adds to 9. And so you're realizing something, you know, like I almost could say, it looks to me like there's someone that might be coming in. Like I could read it this way. Someone's coming in and is a divine match. It is everything you want. You know what I mean? Now, how are you going to respond? Are you, this card is just heavily laying right here. So it tells me like this thought you have is just here. So what are you going to do with this thought? What are you going to do to like rearrange it? Because you're not like, if you, this person is really the divine feminine for you, you're really true wish fulfillment, and you're sitting in here going like, I don't really know, you know, like what if they hurt me? Well, I feel like it's it's just always like a possibility to be hurt. But to tell you the truth, like if you'd really embrace what I'm saying about this 9 of Wands, you would know that every breakup caused you to grow, caused you to be a different person, stronger, maybe more calm. Maybe you learned to hold back what you really wanted to say in the heat of the moment. Like I'm just seeing like all of these things that possibly could have been given to you through shitty relationships. You know what I mean? Like maybe a better idea of what you really do want. You know what I mean? Maybe you're thinking to yourself, like, I really want an empress. In order to have an empress, babe, you've got to be the emperor. So, are you being the emperor? This card was just like, it just came out. The star card. This is about healing. This is about wish fulfillment. So, I also see the 8 of Swords there. And that is about cutting yourself free from some kind of like carbon copy belief. You know what I mean? Like, are you feeling to yourself, every woman is a cheater? Every woman always is looking for something more. Every woman, like, you know what I'm saying? Because, like, a lot of times we do that, right? Especially if we've had a lot of bad read, you know. I kind of like maybe felt like that, you know, like maybe I did. I don't want to really like come clean, but yeah, I felt like that. I have. I felt like all men are just fuckers. I've felt like all men are cheaters. And I've also felt like, what's wrong with me? Why can't they love me back? Like, what is so wrong with me? Like, those are the things that we think about in the 9 of Wands and the 2 of Pentacles. You know what I mean? Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm not enough. It's a lie. It's a lie. Good, I'm glad. I'm glad your arms are wide open, but it tells me you still have a little doubt here. I don't know. I don't know why else that you've never cheated in a relationship. I have. I've cheated. I'm not gonna lie. I have been a fucking cheater. Okay, so let's see more. Tell me about the lovers here. Is there a new lover coming in? Oh, you worry about this. Do you nightmare about it? Or do you feel like, look at the other 9 showing up? Okay, you're scared to death of a new relationship. You're scared of it. I see it. 9 of Wands, 9 of Swords, 9 of Cups. You are this close to having a huge awakening at a brand new beginning. I think there could be someone. Let's see who's here. Leo, Libra, Cancer, Gemini, Aries, Aquarius. That's who's here. So I might propose that there could be someone coming in, you know, with the Fool card, and it ends up scaring you. Or you are scared. Look at, not, it's a Queen of Swords. This is Queen of Swords. This is you not accepting the person. Person comes in, wants a new beginning, and you're meeting them with a sword, Queen of Swords. She is like, she's the Ice Queen, Tim. She's the Ice Queen. She ices people out. And so you got a new love coming, you're scared about it, so you ice them out. Okay. What's he doing? Oh, see? You feel like you have to protect yourself, your family. And then there's a Page of Pentacles here. So, Page, new beginning, children. There are children here. So I don't know if this person has children or you have children, but it looks like you're guarded, you know. 7 of Wands in this card is about feeling like you have to protect your family, and there is a child here, so I don't know, you know. Why is the Page of Wands there? I mean, Page of Pentacles. Why is the Page of Pentacles? Could be a small offering. King of Pentacles. The Moon. 6 Cups. See, again, you know what I feel like? I feel, you know what it is, Tim? Is there something here about your childhood? Like, what kind of life did you grow up with is what I'm wondering. Because, like, this could be all about you as a child. And there's something here where you feel like you have to protect yourself, you know, so that's why you have this harsh boundary, right? Maybe protect your money. But it's about a memory because the 6 of Cups is here. So this could be someone from the past that you're thinking about, or, you know, something like that. Like they come in and they're like, hey, you want to hang out? And you're like, fuck you. We've already done this. I don't want to do this. No. Right? So it could be that. But, oh, this could be very emotional. But you want to know what I feel like? I feel like you're sort of scared of relationships, and it could be the fact that, oh, some kind of like the example you had as a kid. You know what I mean? Because here's what happens. We see our parents and the way they interact and people around us and whatever, and it really does develop us. You know what I mean? Like we as kids absorb whatever, and then we become this kind of adult, right? And that's what it's telling me, but it's telling me that the memory of this is really kind of holding you back. You're being held back even from even knowing your value and even manifesting what you want because of this thing, right? This, you have such a guard up around yourself. Let me see what he's saying. I'm married, one of those, Tim. Which one, Dad? Childhood, long story there. My wife's an Aquarius. Guess I needed. I have no air placements in my natal. Okay. I don't know what's going on over here, but I think it's about a childhood wound. And I think it's about your parents. And I think you're like processing it right now. You know what I mean? Or in the past. Like this could be the past because it's on my left. But this Nine of Wands, you know, like I know you said you're not a victim mentality anymore, but you also don't have your arms wide open yet. You know what I mean? You're still guarded by these other cards are showing me. And I think it's from childhood. It's a childhood memory. Like your deepest nightmare would be that you would, you know, end up with this kind of relationship, XYZ, right? So I feel like you're healing. And maybe when you figure out what this like example of your parents really gave you, you know, instead of like being scared of it, embrace what it really turned you into. You know what I mean? What did it really turn you into? Probably brave, probably very inner strong, like you have inner strength. I feel like you're probably a nurturer. I definitely feel like you're tapped in um, with the Empress there. And I also feel like you know what you really want. You know what I mean? And I think you're sure of yourself of that, right? So Knight of Wands, let's clarify that. Because like this is kind of like your hold up. I feel like it's sort of an energy of, you know, like the player, right? So Judgment, Five of Cups, this is you letting go of it, right? Getting in alignment, right? So I feel like this is kind of like healing a childhood wound. Look at it. So you have something and you might have brought it all the way from childhood with you because you got another page here, right? And you're blowing out this old idea that everybody is a player. And maybe what you're doing with that Knight of Wands energy is like breaking it down to more than that. There's more than that as a meaning for the Knight of Wands. There's beautiful meanings. Like, have you ever met a Sagittarius? That's the Knight of Wands. It's someone who is just filled with life. It's someone who follows their passions to the next fun thing, right? So maybe if you know, you look, first of all, like maybe this person was a player, but maybe you just got to accept that that's just who they were and you were attracted to it. You know what I mean? I feel like you're letting go of whatever this whole cookie cutter idea of yours might be because you have alignment coming, body, mind, soul. The Judgment card is here. All chakras aligned. Transformation. Huge wisdom coming in. Right. I was just trying to give you an example. So I feel like whatever this idea is, you're letting go of it, right? Because you're blowing out the candles in that Five of Cups. And I don't know if I showed you that, but I like this Five of Cups because it's acceptance. It's not denial. It's not grief. It's, I get it now. I'm going to just go ahead and let go of this now. I'm going to blow the light out. I don't need it. Okay. Tell me what is coming in next for Tim. Healing. I see you kind of like probably saying goodbye to a lot of things, and I think a lot of us are in this whole 2025. Things that we thought we knew. We're laying them down. We're embracing truth and moving up a notch on our spiritual level, and that's what it says you're doing. Now, interesting. that now that you got the healing and you've got like you're going up a notch, right? Because you've got the awakening card here and you've got this King of Swords. Remember, you had a Queen here, and that tells me that's probably who's coming in a, a match with an air, right? So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and you have Gemini and Aquarius here. Let me see. Is Judgment here? It is. No, that's not. Justice is the Libra card. Okay, Judgment is, I think, it's kind of like Aquarius and Scorpio, really. Judgment. It's kind of like death and rebirth in a way. So that's what I kind of feel is happening for you. I do see alignment coming in, Tim. Your Venus is Gemini. Yeah. So that's what rules your love and money. Mercury is the ruling planet of Gemini. Anyway, so you could be having an air sign come in, or it just could be somebody that vibes with you at this level, that's not afraid to speak their truth, that's wise, that taps into spirit. Because that's how I feel about the King and Queen of Swords. They're very logical thinkers. They think things through. And they're wise beyond their years, and you could never become wise beyond your years if you didn't experience this baby right here, especially this one, because this person is awakened to the gifts that they have, that they've received, so realizing that every single action has a reaction, you know what I mean? Every single shitty thing does bring in some kind of new thing, new experience, new reality, right? So that's what I've got here. Let's get you some advice. Let's get a different deck. Tim, what's his advice? Okay, this is you healing literally your heart. Isn't that cute? It says rebuild underneath. This is the Tower card, but it's almost like saying like the tower already happened and now you're rebuilding. And I feel like this card is really hopeful because there's wings all around you. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't know if that means like, I don't know. You could be seeing new things, epiphanies, right? This is a sacral chakra. This is you rebuilding. So you might have some sacral chakra things that need to be worked on. And sacral chakra is the orange one, it's like the sex area of our body, right? And so that's where your tower is. That's where your hurt was. That's why all this love shit's coming out, because that's where your pain is. Sacral chakra. Parents, grandparents, children, grandchildren, lovers, right? So it's all of those things that kind of have I don't know, crushed you to the core, but I see you coming out of it. So, Tim, there are so many things you can do for the sacral chakra to help encourage the opening of it. You could look up on YouTube and just do sacral chakra opening exercises. You know what I mean? It might just be one pose. It really is a matter of a second or two of your life. You can also eat orange food or bring orange into your life. You know what I mean? Just focusing on the color. You might meditate about it as well, because I feel like you're having a really tough time here. This card here is like someone who has a helmet covering their third eye as well as their crown. And it says refusing to see. What are you refusing to see? This is like Two of Swords, Which way do I go? What do I do? I'm going to close my eyes. I don't even know, right? It's kind of a crazy kind of thing. Tell me more for Tim. reach out. So this could be about three, it's Three of Pentacles. And every time I look at this card, I feel like it's like angelic help, you know, like they're all holding you and you don't even know it. But it says reach out. And so I have to say, yeah, make sure and reach out and ask your angels, your guides, your spirit squad. Like, I need some help. I don't know why I have the Sam helmet on my head, but I really would like to see. You know, I would like to see how to heal myself. I would like to see, you know, what the deal is. Yep. And it's affecting, you know, first of all, your balance, but it's also affecting the way you see love, the way you feel about love. You know what I mean? It's like you have your heart in a cage. It's like you have it all stuck in there and you're not sharing it with anyone, you know? And here's your big awakening, your new beginning, your heart chakra opening up and you looking from heart space. This is where the judgment actually happens, right? This alignment, this happens together. Third eye chakra opening, healing begins, and then you release all these old fucked up ideas that just don't fit you anymore. You're not the same person, you know? So why would you wear the same skin? It gets itchy, or you have to let it go. These old beliefs, these old ideas, these old thoughts, you know? And there you go, trusting the universe. So there's a lot of healing going on here, but you eventually get to the Fool card where you're actually taking the dive. You know what I mean? And I think you had a Fool card in here before. You did, right here. But you're scared of it. Came out with the Lovers, right? And then it went on and on and on and told me all the stuff that you have blocking yourself, right? So I feel like, you know, just keep working on you, man. I think there is a love coming in, but I feel like you have yourself blocked out or blocked away from him. And I kind of feel like, well, it's probably just not the perfect time yet. I feel like you have some more work to do. You have some things to release. You know what I mean? Maybe just certain ideas that you have about yourself, like your worth, your value, you know, who you are in the world, like all of that, you know. Remember, you're closing yourself off here. I mean, the whole reading is saying it. You're closing yourself off. The thing that scares me, Tim, is like you're closing out the light. You know what I mean? That because of the dark is so loud. You know what I mean? But it's also sometimes like, I don't know if you've been in the dark long enough, it's almost like a comfort zone. I fucking feel that with my own life. You know what I mean? Like, I was listening to a meditation the other day, and it said, imagine yourself a year ago. What were you doing? Well, it started earlier than that, like a month ago. What were you doing a month ago? And I'm like, same thing as I'm doing right now. What was you doing a year ago? And I'm like, same thing as I'm doing right now. And then it's like 5 years ago, and I'm like, oh my God, same thing as I'm doing right now. Jesus. I have been stuck in the darkness for over 5 years. My son died 5 years ago. And do you know how so fast that went? I mean, eggs are $8 a dozen, and I'm pretty sure before he died, they were like 79 cents. Everything changed. And I have been in my basement talking to you guys, painting, meditating, trying to figure out something, you know. I also wanted to say something about my channel, and I'm only saying it because I know you guys that are on here. I love you, and I really appreciate your opinion. So I watched this video today about like how to make your YouTube successful. I've been doing this shit for almost 5 years, and I mean, my channel, the growth on it is just ridiculous, you know, for 5 years. And so I watched this video today, and it was saying like, you know, people just stab at whatever, you know, like like they put up random stuff. I mostly just do tarot readings, but my shorts feed is filled with stuff I do to like tap into my higher self. And so I get all these people, and a lot of that has been painting lately. And it's a new kind of painting. It's pour painting. It's so freaking hard, and it's so freeing. I've never ever experienced doing something that made me feel so alive in my life, and none of it turns out. I mean, it's so hard, but it's just so much fun, and it's goddamn mess. Anyway, I do post those, and a whole bunch of people been coming to my shorts feed because of that. And so I get a whole bunch of like people that want to watch those shorts, right? And then I put a tarot reading up, and then I have a whole bunch of people unfollow me. And I think it's because they're thinking I'm just an artist. Or not that that's just, but I think people aren't getting what my channel is all about. It's about me. It's about my life and the fact that I'm stuck in this darkness, and I'm so trying to tap into my higher self, and I can see my growth. But I have all of these fears, like you, Tim, that I need to let go of, like I'm not good enough. And it's not, I don't even care about love anymore. I just, not about romantic love. I'm so over it. And I mean, that reading could have been for me. I really do feel like that. And I do feel like that about the Knight of Wands as well. Like I'm just kind of over it. And I was really careful about who I share my energy with. And I definitely, anyway, my channel is about tuning into spirit. That's the name of it. And it's about me figuring out how to find that soul peace. And I'm doing it through the tarot readings. I have learned so much from these readings about how it all works and the things that we really do need to go through in order to grow our higher selves. Like as a human being, like getting to that place where we really know. And I think the video I watched is saying, like, don't do that. You can't throw out a painting video and then tarot video and then my grandkids playing. Like last night, they were pretending, and I put this video up, 5,000 views in an hour, or right there. And I'm like, holy shit. But now I've got all these people, thinking what? What are they thinking? Do I need to worry about what they're thinking? Will they just figure it out? And then I think, are you really in it for an algorithm? No. I always come back to this very basic truth that spirit has like told me. They'll find you. And the truth is, maybe if I had 5,000 people all watching me at the same time, it's very possible that I could not handle all that energy. You know what I mean? I might not just be there yet. So part of me says, just keep doing what you're doing. And the other part says, if you want to paint, maybe you should have another channel. And I'm like, God, the channels are so much work. You guys, they are. Like, it doesn't matter whether you're just shooting, like what you're doing with painting, or if you're shooting a tarot video, like they are a lot of work. And so I'm thinking, like, I just barely have time for one channel. I can't even imagine trying to do two. Anyway, I guess what I want to know is, how do you guys feel about my channel? Is it confusing to you guys, or do you totally get it? Like, tuning into spirit for me right now is the painting. And I just wanted to share it because I feel like, I don't know if I'm the only one that watches this that might be really turned on by this poor painting because it is freaking amazing. The colors melting together and the way the paints interact and cause lace to happen. And I think like if I practice enough, I mean like, wow, it just, I don't even care if I ever make anything beautiful. I just love it. And I've spent a fortune on it. And I think I don't care about that either. I just love it so much. Anyway, I just wanted to say I'm so sorry if I'm causing any confusion, but it's really about me trying to find my way out of the dark and like into this new creature that I've become. I am not the same. And it's not a bad thing. I actually like this version better. I'm nicer. I love harder. I really do love this version of me, but like, I don't know what I'm trying to say. I don't know. I guess I don't know. I love you guys. I am so sorry. Yeah. And I think, like, I don't know. When I watched that video today about, like, this chasing the algorithm, and I was thinking, like, that is what it feels like. You know what I mean? Like, you watch, and then, you get like I'll do all this work on like each sign and then I don't do it live. I just post it and like 3 people see it. Like I am not in an algorithm. You know what I mean? Like I'm not. And I'm wondering if I'm just screwing myself out of it or if I should just stop worrying about it. Because obviously it's making me feel some kind of way. Like that 5 of Pentacles. you know? But then I'm thinking to myself, like every time you tap in, it isn't even your message. Spirit's borrowing you. And I feel lucky about it. You know what I mean? And I really do learn a lot about myself. Like everything I just said, I didn't even know I felt that way. But I went through a really big period of time, like I was feeling like it didn't matter you know, like it didn't matter. And I don't know why I was feeling that way, but I don't know what to say. But I sure love all of you guys. What the fuck we chasing? I get it. Oh, thanks, Tim. You matter to me too. And I just think I'm, like the human part of me is really like Tim, all those page cards and the 5 of Pentacles and all that stuff, that's totally me. Scared of my own damn shadow, and it all comes from when I was a little kid. And I know, without all those things, it wouldn't have led me down the path it did, to the point where I wouldn't even have the kids I have. It all was a plan, and I do find my soul to be an amazing entity. I mean, I feel like it's must be brave as fuck. I don't know why anybody would have that much confidence to say, yeah, sure, you can come and be my kid and die. I'm pretty sure I can figure that one out. And I and I am having a really hard time. I know he's fine and all of that. I do. But I still really struggle. And so when you see me posting weird shit on my shorts, it's just one more way where when I'm filming it, it's because I know I'm tapping in. You know what I mean? So I don't mean to like be putting false messages out there like I'm some kind of great artist, because I'm really not. My soul must have been an artist or something. I don't really know. But I think I am going to go. I love you guys so much. And Tim, you can call me anytime. I'm pretty sure I emailed you my phone number. And I love you guys. And I hope you have a great day. Thank you for coming and liking and all of that stuff.